right, Shalom. We the Brothers of Great Millstone, the Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who we believe through faith to be raised up here in these latter days to convey the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai in its purest form. Also want to give double honors to the fellow laborers out there, you brethren out there risking your life to bring forth the truth of the Bible, man, you know, and as well as you believers out there, the Akim and the Aqua, which will be the brothers and sisters alike that subscribe to this truth as well. So this sitting right here is going to be entitled, How Are His Hidden Things Sought Up? And that's an excerpt from the book of Obadiah, the 6th verse, all right? Pretty much going into Esau and his secret counsel being found out, all right? Because this man has always dealt under the shroud of deception and secrecy, man. This is one of the ways he was able to seize control of the planet Earth, you know, through that deception. But now we're in a time where truth is finally having its way here on the planet Earth, man. Hey, this is a money, matter of fact, give me 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Because that's the reserved time that we're in. We're in a time appointed where truth is being brought to the forefront, man. You got to understand, truth didn't have its way on the planet Earth prior to now. Yep. You know, prior to the Lord raising up his men, starting with Abel Bivens and the apostles, you know, our elders, even to this very moment. You know, prior to then, you was under the shroud of deception and lies, man. And the proof of that is the fact that these nations align themselves with these bywords. You know, you got Moab calling themselves Chinese, you know, Ammon, Japanese, and these Hamites aligning themselves with being Africans, man, all right? Elam associating themselves with being Eastern Indians. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American associating themselves with these corporate names, so-called Negroes and Blacks and Hispanics and Haitians and Jamaicans. That in itself proves that the spirit of lies and deception dominated the planet Earth. So now this is a monumental time indeed. The time something as subtle as truth is being brought to the forefront. All right? So go ahead and get that.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 6. I'm going to start at verse 27. For evil shall be put out.
Right, evil shall be put out. Go ahead.
And deceit shall be quenched.
And deceit shall be quenched. All right, which deceit was a wildfire. We just said that. Matter of fact, give me St. John the 7th chapter and the 38th verse. We're going to see what the Lord used to quench that fire of deceit. Was it politics, or you know, was it rhetoric? Was it was it the Black Panther Party? Was it you so-called Negroes banding together, locking arms and marching? What did the Lord use to quench that fire of deceit? Well, go ahead.
It's the book of St. John 7 and 38. And he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Rivers of living water. So this truth is compared to waters. And it's by this truth that fire was quenched. Matter of fact, read this again.
God, 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
And that's the time we're in. Corruption is being overcome. Go ahead.
And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
See that? And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, is now being declared. Okay? And that's where we at in this process. And if you paying attention, if you viewing things through spiritual lenses, you'll see that this man is on the ropes, man. What you see in the form of this coronavirus is nothing more than a desperation move by Esau, man. He's reverting to his instincts, which we know by way of the scriptures, the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter, among many, tells you what this man's gift is. Primarily, it's the sword. But also one of his attributes is deception and lies. That's why he come under the banner of the devil, man. It's that word devil go back to Diablo, which means accuser. But in that translates to really deceiver, man. Okay? So this man is a liar. So whenever his back against the wall, his instincts kick in. Hey, if you corner off a porcupine, what happens? Them spikes come up. if you box off a cat, then he gonna hiss at you. He gonna hunch his back, and he's gonna get in defense mode. Well, when you corner off the so-called white man, his instincts kick in, and that's lying. He begins to lie, man. So that's where we at. You got something?
Nah,
You got something? Get what you got real quick, and we go to Obadiah.
Okay.
This book of Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right, meaning he was slick. He was a liar. Go ahead.
It says, but war was in his heart.
Yeah, but war was in his heart. Now, when you consider what's going on right now, you got all these celebrities coming out saying they got the damn coronavirus. This guy, this guy we were just watching?
Idris
Idris, that nigga, man. Idris Elba, right? All of a sudden, he got a political side.
Yeah.
He never was vocal about nothing. Now all of a sudden, he's the advocate of you going to get tested. He campaigning to you. This thing is serious. Who died from this thing, man? All right, now hold up. When you go into Wuhan, well, that's it. Wuhan or some shit, whatever it is, right? Now, I never even heard that shit. Yeah, that might be a made up. That might be a figment of the so-called white man's imagination. Wuhan, you know. But the footage that was being released out there, motherfucker was just dropping dead like flies, man. Motherfucker at the bus stop just fall back. And they had one ambulance, the ambulance guy. He fell out, you know what I mean? But my thing is, who is the guy recording? Why is you recording the bus stop?
Yeah, God.
You know? But this the main point. These people was dying, they were dropping like flies. Now here in America, you don't know one person who have died. Yet they're closing all the damn stores. You know, they have you think that this is a real pandemic now, epidemic throughout America. Now, when you had AIDS, right? You actually had people dying of AIDS, right? But they didn't set no restrictions. They didn't tell you, hey, look, man, you got AIDS. You know, due to the AIDS virus, we're gonna cut down on strip clubs. We're gonna bust these brothels, what they call the brothels, and you know, Las Vegas, Sin City. We're gonna cut down on prostitution. They promoted that shit, man. So all of a sudden you got this mysterious, which we know that the coronavirus is a real thing. We're not telling you that the coronavirus isn't real, which it goes back to the SARS, you know. But we tell you that the so-called white man is exploiting this, you know, and he's in full gear trying to establish a new world order. And the way he's going about it is through his attributes, which is lying, okay? And it's going to also spill to him reverting to his sword. And that's where martial law going to come in. And people going to be dragged into these concentration camps. Oh, you saw the footage well down in Miami. The cops put hands on those spring breakers. So real quick, let's go to Obadiah.
All right, this is Obadiah, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
Right, how are the things of Esau searched out? Go ahead.
How are his hidden things sought up?
How are his hidden things sought up? And the simple answer to that is you looking at it. The prophets, man. The Lord is using the prophets to search out the ways of Esau. Matter of fact, give me real quick Zephaniah 1 and 12 real quick. Because we are compared to candles. Just read Matthew the 25th chapter. The 5 wise virgins who trimmed their lamps. When you read Revelation, the 1st chapter, the candlesticks. So we were set up as a light, and a light is an effort to expose the things in the darkness, man. Matter of fact, I'll give you Luke 8 and 17.
I had that on
Well, okay, since you already got it, read this first.
Okay.
Then we'll go back there.
All right, this is Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles.
And who are those candles? We are those candles. Go ahead.
And punish the men that are
pursuant to the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, that gross darkness have covered the entire planet Earth. And that gross darkness is symbolic to the misinformation and disinformation that's presented to you in the form of lies, man. Which that's the so-called white man. Matter of fact, before you get there, give me St. John 8 and 44 real quick. And see, we're in a time, once again, we're in a time where this man is under scrutiny, man. We got the spotlight on this devil, man, and he's squirming. And if you got any sound mind, if you got any mental capacity, you'll see that this man is scrambling, man. You got these devils. Okay, there's information, right? In Jersey, they're releasing 1,000 prisoners, man, due to the coronavirus. But my thing is, hold up, you're gonna put them out there amongst the coronavirus. Now, when they get out, they're gonna be on a curfew, right? Well, they could have just stayed in prison, man. They had a curfew in prison. You had them under control. But it shows you that they're losing that sound mind they had. Matter of fact, you can get that too. All right, go ahead. Give me what you got.
I'm cutting this book of
Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, cutting this book of St. John 8 and verse 44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
Mm-hmm.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth."
See, and abide not in the truth, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Because there's no truth in him."
Because there's no truth in them, man. So all of a sudden, now we're gonna believe this man when he pitched this idea, he packaged this story to you, this narrative, that there's a sense of urgency concerning the coronavirus. No, this man is lying, man. This is the only way. He can't deal diplomatically, man. So instinctively, in order for him to get his point across to establish his agenda, if you will, is going to be done by way of his attributes, which is the sword and deception. Read it again, read from the top.
Yeah, Candy's on John 8 and 44. "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning."
Yeah, that's one instinct, characteristic. He was a murderer. Go ahead.
It says, "And abide not in the truth."
And that's the other one. He's a liar. He didn't abide in the truth. Go ahead.
It says, "Because there's no truth in him."
See?
It says, "When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own,
Yep.
for he is a liar and the father of it."
See, he's a liar and the father of it, man. Going all the way back to the serpent. The serpent lied. When you go into Cain, he lied. The Most High asked him, "Where's your brother?" He lied. I don't know where after he just put the man to death, right? He's a liar, man. So now all of a sudden we supposed to believe this devil, and again, he getting sloppy, man. And this is a fulfillment of prophecy. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 49 and 7. "Concerning Edom, thus says the Lord."
Let's read that again right there. That's beautiful right there. Go ahead.
It says, "Concerning Edom."
Concerning Edom. Who is Edom? That's the so-called white man. You know? Go ahead.
"Concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in teeming?
Is wisdom no more in teeming? Go ahead.
Is counsel perished from the prudent?"
Yeah, is counsel perished from the prudent. Meaning what? These devils, for the longest of time, you know, they would have certain blueprints, if you will, laid out, and it'll go through smoothly, man. You know? Matter of fact, if you will, go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, and start at the 33rd verse.
This Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Because we just read the scripture said, "Has wisdom perished in teeming amongst Esau," right? And that's what you got to ask yourself. These dudes look sloppy, man, with this narrative they paint. You know, nobody that died of the coronavirus yet this man is pushing it to you like it's a damn pandemic. You know, they close. Oh, I just heard too. They closing down barbershops and salons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's it.
So all due to this, Rich, when you go into the coronavirus, like we were saying, it is a real thing. But guess what the symptoms is? No more than a common cold. Runny nose, a fever, and a hard cough. Man, get the hell out of here, man. I ain't even seen nobody with them symptoms yet, let alone dead.
Yeah, I ain't for real.
Come on, man.
Yeah, sneeze and that, man.
I ain't heard nobody sneeze in a month. I mean,
For real.
maybe a year. Real talk. I might be true. I heard, unless it was some allergies. You know, Jake get allergies this time of year, man. You know? Come on, man.
Hey,
go ahead,
You said Jeremiah 50.
Yeah, start at 33.
All right, Jeremiah 50 and 33. "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together."
Right, and that's a prophecy concerning here in America. We was oppressed together. When you go back into the history, Judah was oppressed under the Babylonians, and the northern tribe was oppressed under the Assyrians. You know, you had Shalmaneser V, all right? And they were separated, but now you got the northern and southern kingdom together. You actually got so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and they're in the same land oppressed with the northern tribe. That's monumental in itself. All right, go ahead. So read that again.
He said, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go."
Yeah, and that's where the so-called white man coming. That man, he ain't let us go, man. He refused to let us go. He held us fast. And how did he hold us fast? Through his legislation and his laws, which keeps Jake in further derision. That's why you got Cardi B, man, as like a spokesman. See what I'm saying? See how far we have fallen from grace? Well, that's a form of Esau keeping us in further derision, man. Not letting us go, keeping us bound by the chains of this darkness, this misinformation. See?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says that Redeemer is strong.
Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts is his name.
Read.
He said thoroughly plead their cause.
Yeah, and he doing it through us. The Lord is pleading the cause of Israel through us. That's why when you read that's second Ezra's, forget exactly where it's at. That's it. Wuhan, man. But it said the Lord is going to begin to make inquisition against those. You know, we go into the word inquisition, it pretty much means to simplify, to cross-examine somebody, to scrutinize them. You know, to badger them, to ask them questions. Where was you? Where was you at 8 o'clock last night? You know what I mean? That's what we're doing to Esau.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
He said that Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He should thoroughly plead their cause.
Go ahead.
That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Oh, and that's what's happening, right? The Lord is disquieting the inhabitants of Babylon. He's taking you out of that comfort zone, the luxuries you once enjoyed, the pleasures that come along with being here in Babylon. Whether it's some son as you escaping by watching LeBron James, you ain't got that luxury no more. Right. Hey, when you look at the looks on these people's face, they worried in the spirit. They uptight. They have been driven to their feet. All right, go ahead up.
A sword is upon the Chaldeans.
Oh, who are the Chaldeans? The Americans. A sword is upon you. Now, when you go into this sword, the word sword symbolizes destruction. Now, ultimately, no, the final sword, the final plague is going to be in the form of the missiles. But overall, a sword that's sent upon you is destruction. So the sword is upon the Chaldeans. Go ahead.
It said a sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon.
See, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon. Go ahead.
And upon her princes, and upon her wise men.
Oh, see? And upon her princes and her wise men. That's why these prognosticators, they have these meetings, and they say, hey, man, what you got? What story can we bring? Well, let's say Idris Elba got it. Let's say, oh, Rand Paul got it. Oh, this other guy, matter of fact, Baba Kasha, let's get a couple of people that got the coronavirus, man. Let's pull that up.
It is an article from Global News.
And that's their wise men. They came together and said, hey, let's get with, I get Idris a call. I get, what's his name, Idris a call. I get Tom a call. We, make them feel like they got it. Go ahead.
This is celebrities. This is celebrities and public figures who tested positive for the coronavirus.
Go ahead.
This is Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, these people who got this private life, they're gonna tell you they got the coronavirus. Hey, like if you go and test, like let's say like if you a young guy, you might you got birth or whatever, you can test for a disease or whatever. You don't come home telling you don't hit the block. Hey man, look at this. I tested positive for it. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You hit the paper out.
You gonna tell nobody you got the clout.
Yeah. Come on, man. Your first instinct to tell everybody you got the claps. Come on, man. You see. That proves that the wilderness fell out of Edom, man. And that's a sign that they losing power. All right? Any kingdom that's when they establish, they have a certain amount of wisdom. Hey, the Lord gave Esau wisdom. It was wisdom and wickedness. Nevertheless, it was wisdom. That's why we go to ancient Egypt. Remember when Moses came to the Pharaoh and Pharaoh brought out his wise men and they serpents, they went back and forth. Well, they had power, man. All right, the Lord give every kingdom, whoever ruled, wisdom. But a sign of them losing that grip of power, they start losing that wisdom. See? So go ahead up.
This is Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. That's the guy, he was the sick guy in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
He raped the big guy.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Cruise, man. Faggot, man. You fumbled, you know what I mean? Ted Cruz, Tom, whatever this guy, right? But he tested positive for the coronavirus, and he's supposed to be in a maximum security prison, right? So why is he in prison? Just let him out. Yeah. We just read. You see that? Oh, see that? Come on, man. You fucking devils, you liars, man. Hey, if you look it up in New Jersey, they just let 1,000 prisoners go because of the coronavirus. But here it is, Harvey Weinstein tested positive for the coronavirus, and he's in prison on the beginning stages of his stretch, his bid. Well, they should have said, you know what, let's let him out. Well, hold up, but if you let him out, he's going to be on the curfew. Man, come on, man. Go ahead.
This is Olga Karolenko.
And a lot of these people don't even know. Yeah. I believe they just pull a lot of people out their ass, man. Real talk. Yeah. That name right there, like somebody just wiped some shit.
Yeah, man.
Dominguez quadruple or some stupid shit. Real talk. That list, all the names, 70% of those names from crazy shit. Yep. Go ahead. But go to the name that you can get.
All right, come on. Is it Edris Elba?
Yep, go ahead.
And Sabrina Dawn. It's let's say Kevin Durant here too go down.
Oh yeah, kind.
It's a
and there was another basketball nigga just got it too. Yeah, when you get that, he should be around Kevin Durant with the athletes. Which Kevin Durant, he one of them boys too. Yeah, you know, he helped contributed to that whole Queen of Heaven thing with the infamous speech with his mama. You know, that soft. He contributed to that soft American vibration. You know.
Yeah, it says Rudy Gobert.
Yep, that's that guy. Mm-hmm. Yep, go ahead.
And it says Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was another guy. Let me see. I don't know if it was up. This guy, forget this guy's name.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
No, not Donovan Mitchell, but it was another. Because Donovan Mitchell played with Utah Jazz too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was another guy. It might not be on this list. Oh, they just showed the guy. Oh, Prince Albert II of Monaco. He got it. Goddamn Prince of Monaco. And also I just saw this guy in Canada. Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. He got it, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he got it. And his wife ended up getting it too, man.
That's because I know he said he had self-quarantine.
Yeah, he self-quarantined. Now he got it. All right, but that's the form of Esau and the wisdom being taken from them. They scrambling, man. These are feeble attempts. This is desperation, and it's not working. Mm-hmm. You know? So, is you getting something?
No.
Let's go back to where you was at. Jeremiah 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeremiah 50, and start at verse 35 again. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord, mm-hmm. and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, mm-hmm. and upon her princes, and upon her wise men.
See, and upon her wise men. Mm-hmm. So that's the destruction of the wisdom of Esau. Mm-hmm. They actually got prognosticators, man. Yep. They got certain guys that set these scenarios. For an example, right, when they wanted to push their gun laws to try to take away your Second Amendment, what they'll do, they'll stage a school shooting, mm-hmm. or they'll stage a disgruntled cohort. Oh, you remember in what was that, Vegas? The shooting in Vegas? Yeah. Whatever happened to that? Where he at? And then it was so crazy because while the shooting was going on, they was narrating it like it was a movie. And while they were narrating it, they were going into the dude's whole history. Yep. Yeah, he was a dropout. He had 2 failed marriages. You know, a lot of it. What the fuck? Right in the midst of it. Why it was a standoff. Real talk. They was going into it. He had 3 failed marriages. You know. His close friends said they saw this coming. Man, that's a form of the wisdom of Esau being taken away, man.
I got a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead, out.
Yeah, this is the book. Just going back to them enchantments. This Isaiah 47:12. Standing out with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, mm-hmm. wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, your enchantments, and that enchantments goes into their medium. That word medium goes back to medium. So that's how they enchant you. They'll throw something out there in the media, they'll set the narrative, and you eat it up, man. It's like a movie. You know, they had a prop, they had a set, they'll throw it at you and you eat it up. Now all of a sudden, you going to get tested for some shit. See? That's how they play. But now we're in a time where we catching them with their hand in the cookie jar, man, so to speak. Go ahead, up.
It says, if it be so, it says, if it be thou shalt be able to profit, if it so be, thou mayest prevail.
Right, so the Lord has been somewhat sarcastic here, man. Being facetious, he said, look, okay, stand with your enchantments. If it be so, then you're going to prevail. You're going, but no, you're not. All right? And what's ultimately going to happen Revelation, the 12th chapter, gonna come into play.
Yep.
Where these devils just gonna get desperate. They're gonna say, man, fuck it. We tired of finessing you. We just gonna kick in your door with these martial law troops. All right? So, and that's the two attributes they have that's gonna come to the forefront. So go back here.
Verse 36. A sword is upon the liars.
See that?
That's it.
A sword is upon the liar. So that's why we know that the so-called white man is a liar. This whole prop that's set up, this whole so-called sense of urgency that's being pushed forth, these curfews and store closing, these non-essential businesses, which when you go into the word non-essential, it means unnecessary. But pretty much everything, the source of all this, the driving force is what? Lying. A lie, man. See? Go ahead, huh?
It says, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is...
They shall dope. Now, when you go into that word dope, it means to present yourself foolish. Matter of fact, look that word up. So that proves that the wisdom is taken from him. The Lord have punched you. He have hit you with a strike, a blow, and you punch drunk. You woozy, man. See what I'm saying? So now you showing yourself to be foolish. So the scripture said, the sword is upon the liars who dope themselves.
Jeremiah 15:36.
Yeah.
The 15:36. And look up that word dope right there. See what it say.
Yeah, this is the word dope. Strong's H2973. It says to be foolish.
See, to be foolish, man. Meaning what? The wisdom. What's the opposite of wisdom? Foolishness.
Yep.
So it shows you that now Esau is looking like a damn fool, man. Oh, you just had this guy Trump. We were just watching it before. He going live. And he addressing the coronavirus task force, man, out of the blue. All of a sudden, it's a task force. I think he got this guy Pence overseeing the task force. And he was looking crazy. Aki even brought up observation. His observation was the nigga ain't had no sleep, man. You know? So, yep, that was it on that?
Yeah, this is to be foolish, become fools, act foolishly, show wicked folly.
Oh, see? Show wicked folly. Man, that's what you're doing. You're showing wicked folly. Not just folly, you're showing wicked folly, man. Because this is wicked as all hell. You putting the squeeze on everybody, you putting the clamps down in order for you to really crown your enterprise's success, which comes in the form of you looking to establish a new world order. All right? So, yeah, I'll read that again.
This is Jeremiah 15:36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
See that? So now I go to Isaiah 44, start at 23. Yeah, so that's the time we're in. We're in the time where this devil is being exposed, man. And I don't know if we got that Luke, the 8th chapter.
Yeah, I'm going to get
Go ahead and grab that. This is the time we're in right here.
This is the book of Luke. Luke chapter 8 in verse 17.
Yeah, shalom to everybody on the comment board too.
Shalom. Yeah, Luke 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
See, nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, man. Which these devils, matter of fact, give me that. Is that Psalm 64 where we talk about the secret counsel of the wicked?
Yeah.
Hold that. So that secret, who is the driving force behind the secret things? It's Esau, man. This is the only one, it proves that who ruled the world? Who ruled the world? You have to go into an in-depth, right now it's coming out, somewhat. But before we came out, the Lord put the spirit on them to bring this truth out, starting with the apostles and the elders. You didn't know who ruled the world. You thought it was the president. You didn't know that there was a secret society. You didn't know that there was the Illuminati. You didn't know that there was the bankers who actually seized control of the world. But why didn't you know that? Because they was tiptoeing behind the scenes, man.
Yep.
So that proves the secret counsel of the wicked is Esau. Even with Moab or any of these guys, whenever they had a chance to be dominant or rule whatever region they ruled, they ain't shy away from it. They let it be known that they was ruling. You going to Pharaoh and you going to, But all of a sudden, these devils, they don't want you to know they're ruling. If somebody tiptoeing around, that means you doing some off shit.
Yep.
I walk in and I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong, bro? I walk in and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? That means you're doing something that's off, man.
God, I got a quick precept.
Yep, bring it up.
Yeah, to Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. Woo! I have uncovered his secret places.
See that? Why is this written? Because this is the very thing that gave Esau strength. This is what thrust Esau to the forefront. He dealt behind the shroud of secrecy, man. That's why America is known as a whore. A whore is secrecy, secretive. You ever notice that?
Yep.
Like a whore, hey man, a whore, if she moved to another city, that's good for her because nobody know her. But if she dread that one guy that came from that city to move in that city too, Eric pop, you know what I mean? Pop up. She gonna be like, oh shit. Why? Because the secrets that she, you know, she ain't gonna be able to thrive unless everything is a secret.
Yep.
That's why America's known as a whore, man. And you try to cover up your secrets. That's why they trying to take slavery out of school books. That's why they're trying to hide or not associate themselves with the stigma of being a damn Edomite, man.
Yep.
See? Like it's like, oh, I know you Pam. You Pam from the block. No, that ain't it. No, that's Esau. You telling me you Esau. No, that ain't me. You know? Go ahead, huh?
God. It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
See that? He shall not be able to hide himself. Why? Because we share in that proverbial life. Yep, yeah, con. There's a lot of technical difficulties. Y'all know, just hang in there, man. You know how Esau is. Y'all go ahead up.
I got to push it back him up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yep, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
Thy shame shall be seen. Read.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. When our Lord Yahweh shall make that return, that majestic return in his glory, it's not going to be as a man. You know? He's going to one up Esau. He's going to come as an angelic force, a great power. All right? And that's what we need. You know, because this man has been given the reins over the sword, which the sword is carnality. If you come to this man on the carnal level, he got you. So it's going to take the spirit, a spiritual force, to overthrow Esau. All right? So, come on.
44 and 23.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 44 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
It says, sing, O ye heavens.
Right, and that's what we're doing. Scripture says, sing, O ye heavens. That's what we're doing right now. We're singing. And pretty much singing like snitching, in a way. You ever heard the saying, they said he's singing?
Yep.
Man, these devils watching, man. The heat on, man.
He said, yeah, he's singing.
Yeah,
Cut it.
yeah, the heat on these devils, man. You know? All right, yep, so go ahead.
It says, sing, O ye heavens,
Mm-hmm.
for the Lord hath done it. Shout ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing, ye mountains. O forest and every tree therein. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob and glorified himself in Israel.
Right, and that's what he's doing right now. The Lord have redeemed us, which is going into Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai paid for us. Well, really, it's Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, because the Lord paid for the ransom of the elect through Yahweh Shai, through his blood. You know? He was that sacrifice. So, hey, this is beautiful times. We're in a time where we have been redeemed. All right? Yeah.
It said, thus said the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself.
And that's why we don't fear Esau. Because the Lord created you, and really you're doing the bidding of Yahweh by Shemel Shah. It tells you that. You go into more in-depth look into that in the book of Isaiah the 10th chapter and the 15th verse. They break it down that Esau is nothing more than the whipping stick of the Most High. All right, go ahead.
Verse 25, that frustrated.
See? Go ahead.
That frustrated the tokens of the liars.
See? That frustrated the tokens of the liars. How is the Lord frustrating them? Through us, man. That's why they keep stopping the video, man. Hey, if somebody else was streaming live talking about, just some off shit.
Crazy, yeah.
LeBron James and, sports or some shit, man, it'd be smooth. but we frustrating the tokens of the liars. They're not able to. Give me that in 2 Thessalonians. I think it's 2 Thessalonians 2:8, I believe.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this Job 11:20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail.
Woo! And what's the eyes of the wicked? The Illuminati. The eyes of the wicked. You got the wicked, which is the so-called white man, just the average Joe six-pack that's eating damn roadkill. Like they might eat a damn possum, right? And go out hunting. But then you got the eyes of the wicked, which that's the Illuminati. That's the light. Your eyes is your light. When you consider a car, right, you got the car, but what leads the car? The headlights. See? That's the lamp of the wicked. Go ahead.
It said, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the spirit.
Right. So when you die, when you feel your spirit going, ain't no more hope, man. And you see that look on somebody's face when they die, that's the most helpless, you know? Well, guess what? Your plans, Esau, that's what your plans are going to be likened to. Giving up the fucking ghost, man. You're not going to win here, man. You devils. Here you are. You don't want to give up, you know? You don't want to take an L. Esau don't want to take that L, man. And they will, and that show you that you are Esau. What happened when Jacob, our forefather Jacob, finessed him? He wept bitterly. He didn't want to take the L. He made a big deal with crying. And Isaac and said, "What you want me to do for you, man? What should I do for you?" He said, "Is that any more blessing?" Well, yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you the fatness of the earth, man. Hey, let's show you that was Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai just told him that, and it happened thousands of years. You know, let's show you that he went there to play with, man. All right. Yep. So go ahead.
Yeah, come this book of 2 Thessalonians 2:8.
Yeah, again, if you didn't know, Isaac was Yahweh Shai as well. All right? Yeah, so go ahead.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall...
Oh, when you reveal something, what happens? Click on that word reveal real quick. You know what I'm saying? When you reveal something, you pretty much is exposing it, man. Then shall that wicked be revealed, man. Here it is. You thought this man was the golden boy, you know? You think of a firefighter, an army officer or somebody standing for justice and righteousness. No, he was the devil, man. Yeah, go ahead.
It says Strong's G 601. It says to uncover.
Whoa, to uncover. Hey, that's what a detective would do. Go ahead.
It says lay open.
Lay open. Yep. Ooh, which have been veiled, right? Which is when a veil is pretty much something that's going.
It says disclose, make bare.
Yep.
It says to make known, make
what
bare.
Make bare? Did not we read how the Esau, the Lord would make him bare? It's bad, man. Scripture's beautiful. Go ahead.
It says to make known, make manifest. It says
to make known and make manifest. Read.
It says disclose what before was unknown.
Yeah, it wasn't known. It wasn't common knowledge that the so-called white man was the devil. You was under the impression that it was a guy with a neatly shaved goatee, with a triton in his hand, and a pointed tail. And he was in the underworld waiting to possess and torment your soul forever and ever. You didn't know that the devil was the so-called white man until now.
Got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk 2:16.
Yep.
There are filled with shameful glory. Drink that also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
See, and let thy foreskin be uncovered, meaning your shame. Go ahead.
It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right, and what's their glory? Their history, their makeup, their nation, America, everything about their money system. Everything you could think of that the so-called white man stand behind is being, that glory of it is being replaced with shame. Even the way you do business, man, is damn cankered, man. Giving you damn pieces of paper and shit. Hey, when you go into the ancient world, you didn't deal like that. You either had gold, silver, shekels of gold, silver. You had resources, the resources of land. You had cattle and livestock. This devil give you a piece of fucking paper, man. Man, look, man, you should be vexed, man. If you're in the right spirit, you'll be vexed that this man is still here. Every time you see these devils, you should be vexed that they ain't got a damn chain on their neck, man. So you got more over here?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
This is Genesis 4:14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Right, and that's dealing with who? Cain, which is the progenitor. He was the forefather of you damn Edomites, you so-called white people. And this is him venting, all right, his displeasure of his future. Read that again.
It says, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
That's dealing with this knowledge. This man will never be able to see the spirituality of the Lord. Right?
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Right, and that's the fate of the so-called white man. That was his legacy. He was going to be a fugitive and a vagabond. And what's the first thing with a fugitive? What's the first instinct with a fugitive? They lie. They give an alias name. You know? A fugitive, somebody that's on the run, the first thing they're looking for is to steal an ID, to get a fake social security number or something, so they get pulled over, they can get a cop's alias name. Well, that's what the so-called white man has done. He don't want to associate and align himself with who he is, man. All right? And now you got these spiritual checkpoints all over the place, like roadblocks in the form of these camps. He can't run. From America, the landscape of America, near and far, throughout the world, he can't go nowhere. The Lord has set up these camps, man. And they pretty much spiritual roadblocks and checkpoints. And everywhere this devil go, we calling him out. Oh, that's the devil. That's the devil. See? Go ahead.
It says, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Right. And wanted dead or alive, you ever heard the saying, fugitive? He's wanted dead or alive. Well, whoever find the great thief, you're going to slay him. And that's why this devil has been lying, because you're going to feel compelled to put hands on this devil. And that's what's going to happen. Do you know that a part of these other nations shooting their missiles is because we is exposing him to being the devil? They're going to feel like, you know what? Man, he's the devil. Let's kill him. Matter of fact, give me that. I think it's Job, the 18th chapter, the heavens shall declare his iniquity. I think it's either Job 20 or Job.
I think it is Job.
Yeah, get that real quick.
It is Job 20.
Because again, the reason why these nations, you know, besides the fact that it's biblical prophecy, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to do that, but they watching us too. We out there, man. The vibration of the truth is throughout the planet Earth, man. You know? So go ahead,
Yeah, this Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity.
And that's dealing with the internet and us. We the heavens. That's why the scripture said the kingdom of heaven is within you. Rejoice, O ye heavens. So we are revealing his iniquity. How are we revealing it? Through the internet. Revealed again. Spirit come together.
That's it.
Everything airtight, man. We revealing him, right? Go ahead. And that's the first step. Right? You got a guy that's on the run. Before he could be arraigned, he got to be apprehended first. But before this can happen, you got to identify and target him. You got to say, you know what? That's the criminal. Then once you find out that's, which by the way, that's the spirit right there. That word criminal goes back to crimson, which means red. See? Which means warning. That's why when you go to a light, and what's the thing that causes you to stop? Red. You got to stop. It's a warning. You know? So this man is red. That means that alert. That's, you see what I'm saying? That's the criminal. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
See? That's the chronological order. We're going to reveal his iniquity, then the earth going to rise up against him, meaning the other nations, they're going to say, let's kill him. All right? So yeah, that was it.
I got a precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's on Jeremiah 50 and verse it's Jeremiah 50 and verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord.
Yeah, that's dealing with Esau, man. So the scriptures say, bend your bow, spare no arrows. That's a metaphor. That's parabolic for the ICBM missiles right there. All right, if you can receive it. Which again, he's going to throw it out there, man. This ain't for the faint-hearted. This just for the secret counsel of the Lord. Now, if you wonder, you found your way into this sitting, and you don't know what we're talking about, I don't know what to tell you. You know? Go to the sellers, you know. You got more?
A little bit more. Verse 15, it says, shoot at her round about, she hath given. It's like it said, shoot at her. It said, shoot against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down.
Yeah.
For it is the vengeance of the Lord take vengeance upon her, and she done. And it's like and she hath done due unto her.
Right. So that's the judgment. That's the justice of the Lord. All right. So let's just throw this something out there. What have she done? How have she offended? By taking us into captivity. So she going into captivity. And we can go into plenty of scriptures on that. All right. So that was it. All right, come on. Where we left off at?
No, we had like, I think we had
Isaiah 44.
Yeah, use Isaiah 44.
Okay.
Yep. The water out.
Yep. Kind. This is Isaiah.
I think you're around the 24th,
44.
25th verse.
Yeah. Isaiah 44. I'm gonna start back at 25.
Mm-hmm.
That frustrated the tokens of the liars.
Right. So the Lord has frustrated the tokens of you liars, man. You know, here it is. It's bad enough that you got to keep trying to pitch that same old fear tactic, auto apkeo, damn, formula you come up with. You know, when you create these problems and you come up with the solution. That thing got old, man.
Yep.
But then to add insult to injury, here we are, telling that you the damn devil and we calling you out. Oh, Scooby Doo. You know, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you medicine kids, man. That's pretty much how it is right now. Go ahead.
That frustrated the tokens of the liars and make of diviners mad. That turn a wise man backwards.
See, they make diviners mad. Oh, real quick, we look up that word diviners real quick. Go to Isaiah 44 and 26, 25. So read that again while he getting it out.
It said that frustrated the tokens of the liars.
Right, the Lord said he frustrated the tokens of the liars, man. That's you damn devils, man. Who else is it, man? Hey, the so-called Chinese ain't responsible for you calling yourself a damn Negro, man. Or putting that disinformation out on the planet Earth. It ain't Elon. It ain't Ishmael. Man, they just trying to get some bread. They just trying to survive. Hey, the only reason why they even in the position they like, man, fuck it. You ruling, we rolling with you. That's why when we rule, they gonna roll with us, man. You know what I'm saying? So who responsible for the gross darkness that's there on the planet Earth? That shadow of death, man. It would be none other than Esau, the so-called white man. All right. So the Lord is now frustrating the plans of the wicked, man, and He's turning back their divine. Matter of fact, you got that word?
Yeah, this is the word divine, Strong's H, 7080. It says to practice divinations, divine. It says
let's say to practice divinations real quick. Let's do something real quick, man. I mean, that's what we're accustomed to do here at Great Millstone. You know what I mean? Like we go into words. It's a
definition divination.
Divinations.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, you already looked it up? Okay, come on.
It says divinations. It says the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means.
See that? Hey, which they actually got prognosticators. They got witches and warlocks over there, man. You know? So that's what they do. They're inquiring of these prognosticators, will this new world order work? Well, yeah, it'll work only if you, what we got to do, you know? But now, them prognosticators giving them bad news. They're telling them, nope, it ain't going to work, man. The elect of the nation of Israel, you know, those men was given a promise that they would rule.
Balaam? Was that Balaam?
Yeah, Balaam, yeah. You can't curse these people, right? So what Esau doing, his pride, you know, his rebellion, his stubbornness. Well, fuck it, we're going to make it work anyway, man. We're going to stuff a size 10 and an 8.5. We're going to make it work.
Let's see if his words be true.
Yeah, let's see if his words be true. Fucking devils, man. Hey, we pissed at you, Esau. Hey, don't get it twisted, man.
Yep.
The Lord putting that spirit on us, man. All right, yeah, go ahead.
It says divers of the nations, but all them, and it says it's pretty. It says a false prophets of Israel prohibited.
Prohibited. Okay. Yep. So you have twofold because you got niggas out there that's diviners as well. You know, that's amongst Israel, these self-proclaimed teachers. And that's on display. For an example, it ain't really that deep. It don't take any in-depth analysis. If you say that the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation 13 chapter is not the microchip, then you'll be a false diviner as well. All right? So now let's go back
here. Isaiah 44:25 again. That frustrated the tokens of the liars and make a diviners mad.
Yeah, so these devils mad. They pissed at us, man. That's why you got these community guidelines. You know, for the brothers out there that have YouTube channels, you well familiar now with that. You get this notification due to YouTube community guidelines. You're no longer able to post videos, man, or your channel get terminated. They ain't terminating channels with somebody twerking, you know, or they even got channels with guys fighting and shootings. They said, okay, are you of the proper age to watch this video? Why the hell they ain't terminate that, man? But we just bringing out the truth. Well, that's a form of the diviners being mad. Go ahead, huh?
It says, that turn of wise men backward and make of their knowledge foolish.
Right, so the Lord have made their knowledge foolish, man. That's what you're witnessing right now. All right? You got more good. Give me Psalm 64.
Okay, Con. All right.
You got something? Okay. So yeah, that's the time we're in. We're in the time where light is being shared on the planet Earth. The truth, man.
Con.
The truth is finally here, man. It has taken root on the planet Earth. You know? Go ahead, up.
Yeah, this Psalm 64, I'm starting at 1. Hear my voice, O Most High, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Right. Who is the enemy, man? It's the so-called white man. Hey, you ever notice, right, when you read the Psalms, which this is the biggest book, right? Why did he never warn you about some guy in the underworld with a triton in his hand, a pitchfork? Which, you know, that's nothing more than a cunning devised favor that go back to Esau. You know what prove that? When you go to, what's his name? Hades and Zeus, right? They actually have a triton in their hand. They got a triton, the three. So how convenient that spooky guy, you know, the guy you scared of, he got a triton. But it's called a pitchfork, you know? That shows you that that's the so-called white man and his figment of his imagination. That's his lies. That goes back to his old campfire stories, man, which is nothing more than a lie. Go ahead. Yeah, they go out camping, you know what I mean? And they tell a damn lie, man. That's the liar. Go ahead.
It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. From the
the secret counsel of the wicked. They got these meetings, man, where they pretty much trying to enforce their new world order, and they going about it with a diabolical plan, a scheme. You ever watch these cartoons? You might, you know, you watch Power Rangers, different stuff like that, right? You always got the bad guy, and it's a sinister plan. It's like this, you know, and I will take over the world. It's always that, right? That's this. That's what you're witnessing, man. Go ahead. Come on, man.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
And how are we being hid? In this truth, in the scriptures, in the house of David. All right, go ahead. In the pavilion of Yahweh Shemashah. Go ahead.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue like a sword.
Yeah, and this is they wetting their tongue comes in the form of their legislation and laws, which they got laws on the books to accommodate this lie. Right? They got laws on the book, like if they roll down on you, hey, it's 10, 15 of you people out there, look. Oh, and then the Constitution is suspended. And there's different laws that put that in play.
Quick precept.
Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 10 and 1. One to them that decree unrighteous decree.
Oh, since you're on Isaiah 10, go to Isaiah 8 too. When you get through with that, go to Isaiah 8, I believe it's 8 and 10. Okay. Well, you can start around 9, I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaiah 10 and 1. One to them that decree unrighteous decrees and they write grievousness, which they have
grievous. That's, man, these scriptures is alive and well, man. It's grievous the things that these devils do, man. You get frustrated. You be vexed in the spirit when you see these devils trying to work that work. They're trying to rekindle that fire they once had. Look, man, your time is up, man. Your run is over, you fucking devil, man. We get it now. That's why we understand why we're going to put hell on you devils, man. But everything you do is set to vex the men of the Lord for real, because these simpletons out here, they just damn zombies, man, like the apostles say, you know. So really, they numb to the shit that's going on. It's only we alive. It's like we on the surgery table with no anesthesia. We can feel. We can see these devils, putting the damn the scalpel to us, man. All right, come on.
Here comes the book of Isaiah 8 and verse 9. It says, associate yourselves, it's like this Isaiah. You start at 8, you start at 9. Let's just go jump to 10.
Yeah, go to 10. I think that's it.
This is the book of Isaiah 8 and 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught.
Yeah, see? Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught, man. So the scriptures push out the vibration of everything that you do and your diabolical plan and schemes and plots. It's going to come to naught. Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shai is not with you. Matter of fact, you get something?
Yeah, what you need?
You get what you get in the whole Psalms. Matter of fact, get Psalms 127 and 1 first.
Okay, kind.
All right, read that again.
It said, take counsel together, and it shall come to naught.
Mm-hmm.
Speak the word, and it shall not stand.
See, and it's not going to stand, man. And how they speaking their word? Through their legislations, right? Uh-huh. But it's not going to stand ultimately because Yahweh Shema Shai is not with you, man. Pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter, the Lord said he hates you, man. He's not with you, all right? So that was it on that? So give me what you got.
Yeah, Psalm chapter 127, 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
See, except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watcheth but in vain.
So the Lord is not keeping America, man. Mm-hmm. So you watching in vain. You know, you got these sleepless nights. When you just trying to put this plan together, but the Lord have forwarded. All right. So give what you got.
Quick precept. This is Job 18:7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened.
Yep. The steps of his read that again.
The steps of his strength.
Of his strength shall be straightened. Straightened means level of difficulty. When you come into straits, you don't have any elbow room. That's why if you ever took a trip, you always have a point when you go to a rest area, you stop and you unwind, you stretch. But if you just clogged in, that's psychological. You'll lose it if you can't stretch. You feel the walls closing in on you. That's what Esau had, man. Read that again.
The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
And his own counsel is going to cast him down. You know? Because Yahweh Shema Shai didn't sanction for you devils to continue to rule. As it is written, oppression shall not rise a second time. You got something else? You got something?
I got a precept.
Bring it up.
This Job 20:18. That which he labored for shall he, it's like he said, that which he labored for shall he restore and shall not.
Just go to Job 15.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, read.
It says, that which he labored for shall he restore.
Yeah, that which he labored for shall he restore. This man sees control of everything on the planet Earth as it concerns what you perceive as valuable. Let's put it like that. The gold, the oil, the diamonds. I think Oppenheimer, he's over the oil or gold. Which one of them?
Name Rockefeller.
Rockefeller
over the gold, and Rothschild over the diamonds.
Diamonds, yeah. And Oppenheimer over the oil. Whatever order, whatever respective order, and the acronym is God. Gold, oil, and diamonds, man. All right? So these devils have a God complex, but everything that they got it in wickedness, man. They labored in vain because it's going to be given right back to the rightful owners, which would be the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? So read that again. And they can't stand to hear that. Go ahead up.
It says, on that which he labored for shall he restore.
See, they're going to restore it. That's the real restitution. When you go in to restore, that's what it really goes back to. Restitution, man. So we don't want goddamn damn stimulus check. You know what I mean? No, man. We want you.
Yep. That's it.
Because it tells you in Isaiah the 60th chapter. You want to get that too?
Yeah,
They shall come by and they shall bring themselves. Matter of fact, hold on, let's get this real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6.
Because you worth more than the gold and diamonds. If you bring me you, I can work you. And you can make me the gold and diamonds. You got it?
Let's see, Isaiah 60, and I'm going to start at 5. Let's see.
You might start about like 12 or 13, probably. They go into like the forces of the Gentiles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they should come bow when
Yeah. This is Isaiah 60 and 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee. And really, if you have a feel for the scriptures, you'll know that those sons will be them. Mm-hmm. You are your sons. So the very ones that afflicted us is going to come bowing. Read that again.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Yep, continue.
It said, whereas hast thou been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
So they're going to come bowing to us, meaning they're going to offer themselves to us. Mm-hmm. So fuck what you got. Yep. That's going to be given to us. Yep. You're going to bring yourself as an offering, man.
That's right.
And that's what they desire to have us as slaves. Mm-hmm. But no, you're going to be our slaves.
That's right.
Because that's the top commodity. Slaves is the top commodity, man. Mm-hmm. With slaves, if I own you, I own your land. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Why would I want your land and I can't? No, I want you. So if you mine, then everything you got is mine.
That's it.
So that's the gift the Lord going to give us. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's why y'all, when he's speaking to Yahushua in Psalm the 2nd chapter, he said, ask of me and I'll give you the heathen. He didn't say, ask of me and I'll give you their land. No, I'll give you the heathen. Mm-hmm. So by default, if you mine, everything you got mine. Yep. All right?
That's right.
You got more out? You got that Job 5?
Yeah, I got that Job 5.
Hold that and let's finish this real quick.
This Job 20 and 18 again. Mm-hmm. That which he labored for shall he restore.
Yep, that's the real restitution, read.
It says, and shall not swallow it down.
Yeah, you're not going to swallow it down. That's why the scripture said when he's eating, which we're going to go into that. And right now he's eating. And he's eating fast. You know, when you eat fast, it can't digest. So he's trying to hurry up and eat. But the scriptures tell you as he's eating, the Lord going to rain down on him. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to be able to swallow down and digest everything he's been laboring for. He's going to have to give it up, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, up.
It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be.
And what's his substance? The world. Mm-hmm. And that's what's on in Job the 9th chapter, in the 24th verse, man. The Lord gave this man the world. It said the world is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Mm-hmm. So according to his substance, he got to give it up. Let's simplify that. Let's just say if a judge tell me, you know what, the fine is according to whatever in your bank account. If I got $10,000 in my bank account, I said, well, that's what you got to pay back according to what you got. That's what the Lord, according to your substance, that's the restitution, motherfucker. You ain't going to give back some of it. You're going to give back everything. You're going to have nothing, man. And in pursuant to Amos, you're going to even give up your land. When the scripture said we're going to possess the remnant of Edom, we're going to have your land. Yep. Damn, devil. Go ahead. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, just Ecclesiastes 4 and 31. Mm-hmm. Let not thy heart be stretched out to receive.
Oh. Man, you know that spirit I was just finna get that? Okay. Now, before you read that, go to Job 9 and 24. Because you can read this scripture without understanding and you'll stumble at it. So read this again right here.
This Ecclesiastes 4 and 31. Let not thine heart be stretched out to receive.
That hand.
Oh, it's like it. Let not thine hand be stretched out to receive.
Go ahead.
And shut when thou shouldest repay.
Now you might read that and say, well, man, that means you get $20 from a brother, you got to pay it back. No, you know, prove that because the scriptures say if a brother gets something from you and he can't pay it back, the Lord will pay you back. Right? What that's really talking about? That's talking about Esau, man. We're going to prove it. Get this real quick.
It's the book of Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So he had his hand stretched out to receive the world. See? He had his hand stretched out to receive the world. Go ahead.
It says he covered the faces of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So the scripture said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. It couldn't be given to him unless he had his hand out. Yeah. And that goes back to Genesis 27 chapter. What you got for me? What you got for me? So he had his hand out, and the Lord gave him the earth. Yep. But peep this, read this again.
It said, let not thine hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
Now we're in the time when you got to give it back, and you want to shut it. You don't want to give it back.
God.
That's the devil for you, man. He's willing to go above and beyond the call of duty to keep the earth. When it's not yours in the first place, man. See? But he had his hand out to receive, but now he got to shut when it's time to repay, man. See? So yeah, go back to where you was at. You was finished with that, Job?
Yeah,
All right, come on.
Job
5,
5. Job 5,
you know,
start at 12. It said he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Yeah, and the so-called white man is the crafty. And how is the Lord disappointed? By way of the prophet. Matter of fact, I called for that. Let's get it now. 2 Thessalonians 2.
This book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8.
He consumed.
Oh, spirit. This 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
So the Lord is consuming them with the spirit of his mouth. So when the scripture says that he disappointed the devices of the wicked, how is he doing it? Through the spirit of his mouth.
That's it.
We ain't taking up arms. This is not a physical campaign. We don't go out there protesting. It ain't no damn Million Man March. We ain't passing out pamphlets. We reading the scriptures, man. And this is enough. Something as subtle as it seems at face value, something as subtle as us, you get this precept. Well, guess what? That's overcoming you devils, man. That's spoiling your plans. Go ahead, Alex.
It said he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, the Lord taking you in your own craftiness, man. What's the form of that in a sort of way? The internet.
Yep.
That's what your craft. The Lord taking you in your own craftiness. You know.
Yep.
That's why you had the devil. I forget his name. What that devil name he said? He should have never. Jay Rockefeller. He said we should have never created the internet. You know. Because their own craftiness is now, and that's also Proverbs 26. The very stone that they rolled on the roll upon them. Everything that you said that hurt us, the Lord used it against you, man. Go ahead, Al.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime.
Hold up. They meet with darkness in the daytime. Meaning here it is, you trying to trick us with the light on you. You meet in a secret council in the time of day. This is the time where the Lord's light is shining on full blast. The candles is shining full blast. And here it is, you trying to meet. Again, it's like this, right? I got the spotlight on you and you doing a drug deal. Why is you mean, you know? Read that again.
They meet with darkness.
They meet in darkness, which is a secret council. Go ahead.
In the daytime.
What's the daytime? Right now. This is the time where the Lord have had his light to shed on the planet Earth. So these devils trying to meet when the light is on. Go ahead.
It says, and grope in the noonday as in the night.
You groping in the noonday as if in the night, meaning you reaching now.
Yep.
You trying to come up with this formula, that plan. Desperation has kicked in, Esau. All right, go ahead. Oh, yep, go ahead, bring it up.
This on John 3 verse 20. For everyone that doth evil hateth the light.
Right, and that's what these devils come in. They hated us, man. They hate the light. That's why you don't see these devils, this campaign to silence Sarnetta, which we shouldn't even be bringing them niggas. They old news, but I'm just saying, right? You know, whatever denomination out there. Hey, we got the same Bible these so-called Christians got, right? But you don't see them on the campaign to silence them. So they hate the light. Obviously, we got the light. Go ahead, up.
It says, for everyone that doeth evil hate the light, neither come to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
See that? Yep, so go ahead.
It says, Job 5:15, but he saveth the poor from the sword.
And that's Esau. Go ahead.
From their mouth.
Right. What's their mouth? Their legislation, their laws. Rex 84, the King Alfred plan. These different legislations, pretty much let's just simplify it, man. These decrees that would set up to wage war against the children of Israel, man. And particularly the elect. The Lord said he's going to save us from that. Go ahead.
And from the hand of the mighty.
And from the hand of the mighty. Who is the mighty? The so-called white man. He's in power. Go ahead, up.
So the poor have hope in iniquity.
Right. We are prisoners of hope. Go ahead.
It says, "And iniquity stoppeth her mouth."
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much.
That's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. You got something else?
Yeah, kind. This is the book of Psalms 17 and 13.
That's it.
Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down.
Oh, disappoint him. That's where we at, right? Go ahead. That's the chronological order. The Lord gonna disappoint him first, then he's gonna cast them down. Go ahead.
It says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right, so he's nothing more than a whipping stick of Yahweh Shemel Shah. And again, not Psalm, but Isaiah, the 10th chapter and the 15th verse, going to a more vivid illustration of that. All right? You got something else over here?
Still more than Psalm 64.
Yeah, come on. Go
Okay.
ahead.
God, this Psalm, back in Psalm 64 and 3, who whet their tongue like a sword.
And again, they're dealing with their laws, because their laws, it actually, how can I put it? It spills over to the sword.
Yeah.
It don't bring peace. Whatever the so-called white man put in writing, it brings drama, man.
Yep.
So they whip their tongue like a sword. Go ahead.
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words,
Mm-hmm.
that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
In secret.
That's bad.
See that? Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Yep, and they don't fear, man. They don't fear that Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to step in on our behalf, because they're driven with pride. All right? But when you read, what's that, Proverbs the 16th chapter, they tell you that pride go up before destruction.
Yep.
You know? So you got more?
I mean,
Continue.
All right. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Yeah, and that's the driving force behind them. Give me Micah real quick. I think that's Micah 2. Start at the top. Go ahead.
It says they commune of laying snares privily.
Yeah, and commune mean talk. They talk. They have these meetings, and it's all an effort to lay snares. And what you're witnessing right now is a snare, man. This whole coronavirus, you know, these devils. Hey, and then you have this devil Trump, right? He said that they're gonna have a stimulus package for families. Then all of a sudden, the Democrats shot it down, right? But they all together, man.
Yep, that's it.
You know? Let's show you the wickedness of Esau. Yep, go ahead.
They say, who shall see them?
Mm-hmm.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right, so they think deep. You know, matter of fact, let's get this right quick.
Yeah, because it's Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquities, that work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, it says when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right, so they got the power to come up with these plots and schemes and plan these diabolical schemes and blueprints, and it's in the power of their hand to enforce it. See? They got the resources to send the damn National Guard, you know? They got the resources to put out a decree to shut down non-essential businesses. They got a decree to put the squeeze on you. So, but it starts with a wicked thought. All right, go ahead.
It says, and they covet fields.
They covet fields, go ahead.
And take them by violence.
Right, everything they got, they took it by violence. Case in point, America. They coveted America. When you covet something, that means you want it for yourself, pretty much. They coveted it and they took it by violence. They didn't sit down and diplomatically work nothing out with the natives, man. They gonna pay for that too, man. Tell you that in Genesis the 49th chapter, that at the end, Gad gonna overcome fucking devils, man. Go ahead.
It says, in houses, and take them away, so they oppressed a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
Right, meaning your bloodline, your lineage, they oppress that, and they oppress your heritage. Go ahead.
Verse 3, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
Woo! So the Lord have devised the evil against you, and you witnessing, man. You witnessing that. Go ahead.
It says, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye be haughty, for this time is evil.
And that's the time we in. All right? Yeah, continue up.
Verse 4, it says, in that day shall one take up a proverb against you, and lament a doleful lamentation, and say we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields.
All right. Yeah, you feel like that. Go ahead.
All right, Con, this Psalm 64 and 7. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them.
Give me Psalms 37.
But the Most High shall...
Start at 10. Go ahead.
Kind of like It said, but the Most High shall shoot at them.
Right. So the Most High going to shoot at you. Go ahead.
With an arrow.
Right. And that goes into what the scriptures say, just when he's about to eat, the Lord is going to rain down on him. So the Apostle Ha made a statement earlier, and it really resonated. The destruction can come this year. Because things is moving fast. Once Esau, Esau in desperation mode. So by him moving, it's like this: if you playing chess with a master chess player, and you stop thinking and you start being impulsive, you just trying to make moves. He gonna checkmate you quicker. Opposed to you just being, calm and thinking it out. Esau is past that stage, so he's moving impulsively, he's moving quick. So he's gonna force the hand of the Lord to checkmate him, man. All right, so go ahead.
It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
That's the key word, suddenly. So that missiles can come at any time because these devils pushing the issue. You can look up in a week or two and they make the chip mandate. They right there, the missiles, look for the missiles. Look for the missiles. Look for your Howard shot. All right? So let's go here real quick.
Come to Psalms 37, verse 10. For yet a little while.
Yup, see? For yet a what?
For yet a little while.
In a little while, and that proves that the scriptures is alive and well. That wasn't meant for somebody who was reading 3,000 years ago, because that little while wasn't then. This was meant for us to read today, man. Because are not we in that little while? Let's read on, go ahead.
It says, and the wicked shall not be.
See, in a little while, and the wicked shall not be. And that's talking about now. What's the date? March 23rd, 7:42 or something. 8:15. Sit down. That's percent.
That's good.
That's good, man. That's bad, man. That's bad, man. Come on, man. But anyway, man, let's say, read that again from the top. That's so bad, man. Dumb, man.
It says, for yet a little while the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place.
Right, in a little while the wicked shall not be. See? Go ahead.
It says, yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place and shall not be.
Yep. Meaning he's going to be removed from his throne. Read.
Verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yeah, that's where we come in at. Lord will, we numbered amongst that precious elk, which is those who are going to be, partakers in the first dominion, the first resurrection. Okay, go ahead, up.
It says, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Continue.
Verse 12, the wicked plotted against the just.
See, the wicked plotted against the just. How are they plotting? In the form of these plans, these plots, these schemes. You got to remember, they're deceptive. They'll never come out and be up front with you, man. And forward with you. They're going to say, you know what? They're going to throw a smoke screen at you. Gradualism. The serpent. That's a form of the serpent. You never knew the serpent was there till he bit your ass, man. So that's what these devils is doing. They're not going to come out and say, you the Israelites, we have waged war against you. We'll put a lot of time, money, and resources into putting you into these inner cities. Oh, that's why Yahweh Shah said you're going to be compassed about, because that's strategic. These devils got you in these inner cities, and they're in the suburbs. You surrounded. They ain't going to tell you that was a ploy. See? But they plotting against, that's a form of plotting against you. Read it again.
It says, the wicked plotted against the just and gnashed upon him with his teeth.
Gnash upon him with his teeth. To translate that, press upon you with his military. When they gnash upon you with their teeth, that means they're going to press upon you with their military. Go ahead, up.
It says, the Lord shall laugh at him.
So the Lord's going to laugh at him, though. Why the Lord going to laugh at him? Read it.
For he seeth that his day is coming.
And we got that same spirit on us. We can see their day coming, man. The Lord put the spirit on us where we can see. We circumspect. All right, we had a vision to see. Okay? So anybody got something else? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren out there laboring in his work, as well as you believers, the Akim and Aqua, the brothers and sisters alike that subscribe to this truth as well. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, Abba Babal.